What if you could have a business that could generate you over 100K in the first 6 months of its operation? Hi, my name is Amelia O'Leary, and over the past few years, my company LawAsk generated over 30 million in revenue, providing business education to hardworking Americans. I think one thing that's really amazing about business education in general is that you end up learning the language of money, and learning about taxes tends to teach you a lot about budgeting, saving, networking, investing, and leadership, and these are entrepreneurial skills that give us a very high chance of being financially successful in life. In fact, when you look at the statistics, you find that many millionaires do have business education. Out of all degrees, accounting is the most likely to make you a millionaire, and 6 out of the top 10 degrees that create the most millionaires are business-related. What you can say for sure is that learning the basics of personal finance and money management will likely lead to you being financially successful. Along the way, I've also been able to help 2,000 plus other people do the exact same thing. I think most of us ultimately just want to be able to do what we want, when we want, and not have to worry if we can afford it or have enough time to pencil it in. Unfortunately, achieving this isn't as simple as flicking on or off a light switch, but it is possible. And just like you, I used to struggle with building a business I can be proud of that provides me more money, time, and freedom. But through sheer persistence and a no-quit attitude, I found a way to consistently grow my practice. Since 2013, our company LawAsk has grown exponentially, and we have helped thousands of entrepreneurs in the US and abroad promote their businesses online. You may ask me, Amelia, what is so great about a career in accounting or tax nowadays? All right. So first, let's talk about that. So one of the great things about a background in tax/accounting, which I'm going to touch on, is the fact that it's extremely flexible. There's a ton of flexibility in the direction that you can take in your career. People with the tax/accounting background are also often really business savvy, and they can end up in high-ranking positions and companies like CEOs or vice president. There's so many different career paths that you can choose from. There's a ton of different industries you can work in. Also, there's a fantastic 2.2% unemployment rate for accountants, and that's well below basically any other field of study. Overall, there's a ton of speculation here, and I can definitely see if you disagree with me on this, but I'm going to give it a 10. Another thing to consider when you're thinking about demand is how essential is your career, or in other words, how much society needs your job. You do need to put a lot of thought into thinking about the career that you're going into and whether that's something that will be affected by automation. Nearly all health careers, for instance, are extremely essential. Even if the apocalypse was happening, we would still have doctors, nurses, and other healthcare professionals that would be taking care of sick and injured people. But in my opinion, accounting is a relatively essential profession as well. Businesses will always need accountants to interpret their books and do their taxes. So in my opinion, as long as we have a government that makes new laws, we will also need someone with a background in accounting or tax law. I think that people will always want to interact with other human beings. The laws are always changing, business is always changing, and accountants are basically the humans that interpret the laws, and they have what's known as finesse, and they can use this finesse in order to crunch the numbers and save you as much money as possible. And I think all jobs are going to be somewhat affected by AI and outsourcing and just streamlining of processes in general, but I still think that accounting is going to be relatively safe because usually when you solve one problem, 3 more problems pop up, and we will always need business-savvy middlemen, such as accountants, in order to interpret the law and save us as much money as possible, and usually anything that involves the law moves at a snail's pace. So even if accounting does get to the point where it can be automated, it'll probably take it several decades before the government even allows a machine to do it for you. But you might be saying to yourself, Amelia, I don't want to waste 4 years of my life in college to become a CPA. And the answer to that is that you should not. I will share one trade secret with you that not too many people know about. You don't need to become a CPA to succeed. To achieve success in this field, you should become the enrolled agent, or E. EA is the highest credential that the IRS awards. Yet did you know you can become one without even completing an undergraduate degree? Now, what is an EA? In a nutshell, it's a tax expert. Did you know that just like CPA and licensed attorneys, EA have unlimited practice rights before the IRS? In fact, if you're not a CPA or an attorney, you have to be an EA in order to represent a client in an IRS office. Though it's pretty powerful designation, there really aren't a lot of hoops to jump through to become an enrolled agent. You'll have to prove your tax competency by completing the 3-part EA exam, otherwise known as the Special Enrollment Exam or SEE exam. Now, as an enrolled agent, you won't be limited to working on only income tax returns, only Forms 1040, 1040A, or 1040S. There are so many areas of tax law that you'll have the opportunity to work on. You can provide estate and gift tax consulting, assist organizations with employment tax obligations, and even work with clients on retirement. More and more accounting firms are now recruiting EA for their tax departments, opening up new career possibilities that were not previously feasible before. There's a ton of growth and opportunity here for what you can make in the future. Because there's just so many different routes you can take in so many different directions, I'm gonna give this one a score of 10. This is definitely one where you can get to 6 figures in 6 months if that's your goal, and there's not that many 4-year degrees that will allow you to do that. Another really nice benefit of the EA credential is that it's recognized throughout the U.S., making it easy to work with clients across state lines or to move to a new region. By contrast, a CPA has to become licensed with every state in which he or she works. When potential clients or hiring managers see that you're an EA, they will automatically know that you achieved an elite level of competency in tax issues. Too many clients asked me to assist them with SEE examination, and that's why I teamed up with LawAsk's tax experts and we jointly created the LawAsk's High Ticket Tax Academy, where I give my students inside secrets on how to pass SEE exam on a first try and become successful entrepreneurs in no time. Once they go through my training, most of my clients pass this exam within 1 to 3 months. We have had wonderful success since 2013, working one-on-one with individuals, helping them become IRS enrolled agents in 1 month or 2 months at most, and we decided we need to get this information into the hands of more people. It took me over 3 years to create and cost me over $1 million in mentoring and coaching, but today I can assure you it was totally worth it. So we all jointly came up with this comprehensive program to help individuals like you use the strategies that we have accumulated over many years, the tips that our CPA have learned to help individuals and business owners reduce their tax bill, and use this knowledge to become IRS enrolled agents. All the tax saving strategies that we use to help our ultra-wealthy people are now in this bundle to help you. The companies like Amazon who pay 0 in taxes are using these strategies, big corporations, wealthy individuals. You're gonna get all of the tips, all of the strategies that we use every day at LawAsk and that wealthy corporations use, and you're only gonna get it for $14.95, the price of a Chipotle bowl. We just need to cover some of our operational expenses so that you can have the knowledge, the tips, and the strategies that big corporations have that you, a hardworking American, deserves to have. And I'm so confident that this system will work for you if you follow it to the T. All you have to do is implement the exact strategy that I used to become successful tax professionals, and you will be able to skip years of school and college and become a tax professional within a few short months. I want you to ask yourself, if all this was to give you an extra $5,000 a month and let you skip years of college, wouldn't it be worth it? Or if all this was to get you more time to spend with the people you love, wouldn't it be great? I need you to just click the link below to claim our LawAsk's High Ticket Tax University training, because you, a hardworking American, deserves to know what big corporations know. So now it's your turn to decide. You've got nothing to lose by giving this a try, even if there's a small chance that this could completely change your business. Isn't it worth checking now? Because there is LawAsk's High Ticket Tax Academy training, and I promise you it will be all worth it. So click the link below and I'll see you on the other side.